Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to build a starter iron farm that actually has pretty decent rates and isn't too hard to build. So without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so quick note before building this farm, you guys are going to need to be away from beds and from other structures because the iron golems might spawn on those structures and the villagers may connect to the beds, which they aren't supposed to. So that's why we're building this thing high up in the air and it should be decently far from some structures. So now let's really get to building. These are all the materials that you're going to need for this farm. You will additionally need a zombie and 3 villagers. I'll tell you how to get them into their positions later in the video. Alright, so to start this build, you're going to need to go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 blocks. Leave those two without ladders and place ladders on the rest of them like this. Then when you get up here, just place 7 blocks like so. This is going to be your little AFK platform, and you're also going to want to have a torch just so nothing spawns on it. Alright, so next place down one bed here, a bed next to it, and another bed next to it, with your composters on each side with trapdoors on top of them just so the villagers don't start standing on them. Then you're going to want to take your glass and place it all around the edges of here, except when we get to the area behind the beds, which should be about, not here, but here. You're going to want to leave this middle blank here. Now place a block on top of this torch with a temporary block on that block while making a plus shape like so. Make sure these are 2 blocks high and you can destroy this in here when you're finished. This is going to be where our zombie is staying. Now, once you get up here, place down 2 blocks and place a downwards facing sticky piston like so. This is actually going to be pushing this block here because it's going to go up and down, so the zombie scares the villagers, which makes the iron golem spawn, if you didn't know that's how it works. So now, on to the next step, we're going to need our walls, our water buckets, and lava buckets, and our signs. Now before our next step, we actually have to get the villagers in here, so to do that, it's actually pretty simple. Just make a little staircase downwards like so, because we're going to be using minecarts for this. I know it's a little annoying, but I'm pretty sure it's the simplest way. If you're confident enough, you could maybe make it pathfind to the bed. I'm not really good with that kind of stuff, so I'd rather just stick with a classic old minecart. So once you have your rail system set up, what you could do is place down your minecart like so, and it's going to go all the way down here, and make sure you have a villager in there. So the villager gets caught in the minecart. Now, I'm not using powered rails, so that's why I'm pushing it up, but of course when you're doing this, you're going to want to use powered rails, so they go up quickly and by themselves, unless you want to do this, which, I wouldn't be opposed to it. And once your villager's in the chamber, break the minecart and repeat it 2 more times. So now that the villagers are in, you're going to want to go out 4 blocks from the sticky piston here, and place down 2 blocks on either side, except on this side, leave a 1 block gap on either corner, because this is where we're going to be putting our chest for storage for the iron, and make sure you put a hopper in that corner, while also putting 3 hoppers connecting to it, because since we're building with walls, which we're about to use now, the items would get stuck or they just fall out and knock into the hoppers, so that's why you need the extra hoppers. Now take your walls and make a 2 high wall with them around the entire platform, not placing them on the blocks, but just around them like so. Once that's all done, place your water bucket here with your 3 signs in a formation like this, while finally placing your lava bucket there, and your kill chamber is complete. Alright, so now onto our little redstone here. You're going to want to place 3 blocks like so. Place a redstone block here, 1 sticky piston here, and you might have to go out like this a bit to get your final sticky piston in, which should be facing towards the redstone block. So now take the rest of your blocks, place 1 here, 1 up there, and 1 here. Do the exact same thing on the other side like so. Then take your redstone and place them behind the pistons and your comparators facing into these blocks. Take your 2 leftover hoppers and place them going into each other like this, and take 16 of any item you'd like, it does not really matter, and place them into one of the hoppers. And now wherever you see the redstone block go, you're going to want to put a lever block on the other side, so this hopper gets locked, and once the items are all in here, it stays like that, and that thing is powered, so the zombie won't be openly facing the villagers and scaring them. Now, iron golems and other mobs can spawn on these blocks, so you're going to want to take your slabs and place them on top of pretty much everything over here. And now the final bit is just bringing in the zombie. Alright, so to bring in the zombie, what you're going to want to do is break a little hole in here while placing down a bunch of powder rails going downward toward a little box, kind of like we did with the villager. It might be a little annoying to capture a zombie in here, but all you really need to do is just get him up here and kind of push him in. You're going to want to put borders so the zombie can actually walk, but play a little game with him like this, and when you least expect it, just push him in here, or you can make a bigger box and kind of lure him towards here. And once you've done that, just place down your minecart and it'll go downward, capturing him, and it'll take him up to his spot. So in case you want a visual representation, just get the zombie in here, place down the minecart, you'll go down, grab him, send him all the way back up, and once you've got him up here, you can name him and destroy all of these blocks like so. And it may be a little annoying to get him out of here because if you don't know, the mobs can kind of escape if they have a block near them, so just open this one block, make sure he's out, and from there on out you're good to go. Just make sure by now the villagers have slept because it doesn't really work all the time for some reason. So if your villagers aren't working or they aren't being scared and an iron golem's not spawning, just make sure they've slept once, activate this lever, AFK here, and you'll have a pretty good iron supply. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this one. And thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye!